Guys, welcome back to my channel. I had a lot of comments on I don't remember. I think my Pat McGrath video when I said I know I've been doing a lot of makeup for y'all. I promise I won't do this for the next few videos. And so many of y'all said no, those are my favorite videos when you do get ready with me, shop my stash, playing with new makeup, that kind of thing. So I thought today I would shop my stash. So let's go ahead and get started with shopping my stash. I pulled things out from every drawer and every category that I have not used in a while, either on myself or on camera. I did my weekly washing last night and my hair is just not trying to cooperate at all. I prime my eyes with concealer. I get so many questions about what I prime my eyes with. I prime it with concealer. It's no rhyme or reason as to what concealer. Sometimes I get stuck on one for weeks at a time. Sometimes I just use the one I know I'm going to use that day. It doesn't really matter because I don't have a problem with eyeshadows staying on me. And then I've done my brows and I have used the Fit Glow corrector under my eyes, which I probably should have waited to do a corrector because I am going to do a primer per se. This is something I got the mini size in just to try it. It's the Farsali Liquid Glass Radiance Makeup Skin Serum with hyaluronic acid. So I got the mini, but I want to show you if you can see where it's at. I have used this 3 times. If I can get it to focus. So while the mini is like, yeah, if you just want to try it, you don't want to pay for the full size. I mean, you're going to get maybe 8 applications out of this, maybe. I mean, if you use as much as I do, which that's pretty expensive. But anywho, I'm going to use probably about, 3/4 of a pipette, and it is a serum. It doesn't have added fragrance to it, and it's got a slight scent, but it's not like off-putting. I can't really tell what it is. So you can see it does give that like glass-like appearance, and it is very tacky once you rub it in. So I could see how it would make a good makeup base. But I can significantly see how far I went down just with that one application. I won't be repurchasing that just because I think it's way too expensive, and I've got other primers that can serve the same purpose. Now for foundation, I'm pulling out my old favorite, Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation. I have gotten a lot of questions about this lately, which is why I chose to use it. Like, do you still like this foundation? Are you still using this foundation? Do you still recommend this foundation? If you don't know, this has been a favorite of mine for years. Ever since I started using it, this is my 2nd bottle, which is insane for me to go through an entire bottle of foundation. It just doesn't happen. I mean, foundation's my favorite. I have so many options. So that just shows how much I love this. Yes, I'm still using it. Yes, I still love it. And then someone asked me, when are you going to do an updated favorite foundations video? And I'm like, I just did one. But then I went and looked and I'm like, it's been almost a year since I did my last updated favorite foundations. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? So I will be doing one of those soon. Possibly this month, at the very latest next month. So keep an eye out for that. Another kind of primer product that I feel like does pretty much the same thing as this, but also has a lot of good skincare ingredients in it, is the Glowbiotics Probiotic Skincare Probiotic Hydroglow Cream Oil. Talked about this in my 2019 favorites. And the reason I'm pulling this out is to A, show you that it's basically the same thing as the Farsali. B, because I love to mix these. So I'm going to take a pump of the Osmosis. I'm in the color Natural Medium. And then I'm going to take, half a dropper full of the Glowbiotics and just mix that together. And I'm going to use my sponge. Like, who am I using a sponge for foundation? Nothing if not a rebel. Like, really, no. I do prefer a brush most of the time, but with this foundation, I think a sponge is really pretty as well. There are a couple foundations that I'm like, yeah, a sponge, hands down, is prettier than a brush. There's a couple where I'm like, I will never use a sponge. It just doesn't work as well as with a brush. And then there's some where I'm like, I will never use anything but my fingers. Namely, the Ilia Skin Tint and the MAC Face and Body. Those are just both finger foundations to me. It was kind of hard picking out what I was going to use for this video because I had packed up 75% of my makeup because the realtor is coming tomorrow to kind of look and see what we need to do, what we're going to sell it for, you know, take pictures, that kind of thing. I think the last time you saw my vanity was in the Pat McGrath video where I showed you Zeus. He was looking at himself in the mirror, and it was a hot mess. I mean, it hasn't been that bad in a long time. I just had stuff everywhere. And you should see it now. It is like 2 of my containers on either side of my mirror, a couple jars of brushes, and that's it. But everything else is in boxes. Not everything. I mean, I've got stuff in my drawers and stuff, but it's still like, get me in the house, new house, so I can get my makeup back. Okay, so that is the foundation. Hopefully you can see why I absolutely love this. Osmosis is good for your skin. It lasts all day. It applies really well. I just really like it. I know a lot of y'all do too. Now the concealer that I pulled out that I am going to use is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Full Coverage Concealer Fluid. This is another thing that I have had in my favorites video many a times. I love this concealer. This is in the color Light. And you have been using a new eye cream in the mornings the past few days because First Day Beauty sent me this new eye cream that they have. And I don't even know if it's launched yet. If it is, I'll try to remember to put it down in the, well, let me just see. Okay, I don't see it yet, but it's good. So I'll talk about it in my favorites probably this month, because surely by then it will have been launched. Complexion done. I'm so glad I'm shopping my stash, because it just reminds me how much I love things like this concealer. I am going to do one kind of cream / liquid product on my face. So let's go ahead and do that so it can be sinking in. And this is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow Bronzer. And this is in the color Warmth. I've talked about this a lot when it first launched. I have used it a lot mixing it in with foundations. But then it got like stuck in the back of my drawer. And I hear Erin Nicole talk about it all the time. And I'm like, I need to get that back out. So I'm getting it back out. And it is just a very liquidy bronzing product. It's kind of scary at first because it is quite dark, but I promise it blends out. So I like to like apply it like, oh yes, I know, with that little brush. And then I'm going to go in with a foundation brush and kind of blend it out. It has a very nice subtle sheen to it, which is another reason I like to add it to foundations that may be like a little too light and also maybe a little too matte for my liking, because it gives that luminosity as well as the color. So I didn't even put this back into what I have on my hand. So you need like such a small amount to give you really pretty color. I don't even know if I need to go back in or not. I just love that bronzer. I think it's so pretty. And it does just what it says. It warms up the face. Now I'm going to let all that sink in and go to the eyes. Excuse me. I'm going to start with my Chanel quad in Warm Memories. I think you can still get this on Chanel.com. So much of their stuff is limited edition, but I feel like it stays for quite a while on Chanel.com. So I will link it if you can. But I needed like a color like this. So I'm just gonna go into this, what they call medium color. Apply that to my crease. This is the Wayne Goss number 16 brush. Why, oh why do I have to look at my brushes that I have used for years on a daily basis to tell you what number it is? I don't know. I could say I'm tired. We stayed up late with the kids last night and made them watch. We didn't make them watch. I mean, we asked them if they wanted to, and they said yes. Back to the Future. I'm like, I need some 80s something in my life. I need to go back to my childhood for a little bit. And I need to show my kids that, yes, Mommy and Daddy really did not grow up with cell phones and iTunes and, you know, Spotify and all that other kind of stuff. No, we didn't have that. We had Walkmans, tapes, puffy vests. I love. And when Michael J. Fox came out, I'm like, oh, Mommy used to have the biggest crush on him. And Cortland was like, Mom, why? And I'm like, well, you would too. If you grew up in the 80s, you would too. It was quite comical. Okay, I've got enough of that laid down. Now I'm going to use a Nudestix Magnetic Luminous Eye Color. And I don't think you can get this anymore, but Nudestix, except for their core colors, they do come out with a lot of limited edition shades. And this is the shade Praia, Praia. And it's just a really pretty, like, champagne luminous shade. And honestly, like, we'll see where we go with this. You may not even be able to see this by the time we're done, but I just wanted to kind of lay a little pretty base down. And then I wanted to pull out my Tom Ford Quad in Seductive Rose, which looks like this. I'm going to take this purple color down in the bottom on my Refer number 1 brush. And I kind of just want to start out as like a little line and then bring it up. Like I don't want a ton, because I have a feeling I'm going to be covering that anyway. So we're just kind of playing. And I know, y'all, my fingers, I have just been going at them. I can't wait to get my nails done again. And then I'm going to go into this topper color right here, which, if you don't know, Tom Ford topper colors are very shimmery, but they're not opaque. And they really are best used with the finger. And I'm just going to kind of top the inner portion just for like a little glow. I think my pinky is going to work best for the size that I need. So just to give it a little bit of something, something. And I think that's all I'm going to do for the eyes. So this is not chopping my stash, but I do need to set my eyes. So I'm going to use my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. Make sure there's no creasing, which there is not much at all. Now let's set the face. This was kind of like a shop my drawer, shop my kit. And what happened was I had this in my kit, and then I got like a camera ready cosmetics box that they send out every quarter, and it had a lot of mini versions of this, and this color was included. And it is the Danessa Myricks powder in 01. It's a very, it's a good powder. It's very non-powdery, which if you've seen anything Danessa Myricks has done, she is all about the glow. She does not ever have a model that looks like they have powder on their face, which I appreciate. So I'm just using the Wayne Goss airbrush and just putting it kind of in the T-zone, because the Osmosis foundation really does not move on me. So I don't need like a ton of that, of setting for that. I don't really think I need more bronzer on my face, but I did pull this out just in case I did, and I'm going to use it for my neck. And it's the Butter Bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that on my neck. But as far as my face, I don't really think I need it. I feel like that Bare Minerals bronzer is perfect enough. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette, which I believe they just brought back out. I don't know if it's permanent or if it's just like a limited edition thing, but I will try to find it and link it. This has always been a favorite of mine. I don't tend to use one color over the other. I tend to just mix all three. So that's what I'm going to do today with my Anastasia A23 brush. Like a lot. So if you don't have this, it's something I would suggest looking into. If you need a highlight, or you really like Hourglass highlights, or you're sad that you couldn't get it on the front end. Now I'm going to go into blush, and I'm going to use my Glow Skin Beauty blush in the color Sweet. Now pull this out, not because I don't use Glow Skin Beauty blushes, but because Brianna Stanko just did a dupes video. And she said this is exactly like Tom Ford Love Lust. And Love Lust has always been on my wish list. So I have been wanting to pull this out since I saw that and use it. So here we go. It is, I'll swatch it on my hand in just a minute, but you can kind of get an idea. I love Glow Skin blushes. Holy cow, I love them. They've been in my favorites more than once. But it's just a really soft, peachy color. Love, love, love. Now, you would think I was going to buff with my Hourglass, but since it shot my stash, I pulled out my Guerlain Meteorites Compact in the color 3 Medium. So I bought this to try to buff with it. I don't dislike it, but if you can see, it has formed a bit of a hard pan on the top half. It's fine. I can take a spoolie and, you know, take that off. It is not, I know every time I get like a new product to try to buff with, I always say, it's just not my Hourglass. It's just not my Hourglass. And this is just not my Hourglass. It's not bad. It smells divine. And I am not, y'all know I don't like fragrance in my products really, but this one, oh, I do like this one. And I'm not even a floral person. There's something about this scent that I just absolutely love. So not bad, but not my Hourglass. I'm going to go back into the Warm Memories palette with that medium color. Just buff that under the eye. Apparently I'm going really smoky today. Yeah. Didn't intend to go that low, but that's okay. I'm going to spritz with my Beauty Counter Rose Mist. So good. Not shot my stash. It's almost gone. I need to get another one. And I'm going to do my mascara off camera. It's mascara. I'm not shopping my stash because I don't keep a ton of them open at one time since they expire so quickly. And then we'll come back and do lips. Since I have like more of a pinky cool tone look, I picked a pinky cool tone lipstick. This is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Matte Lip Color in the shade Nude Reality. Don't know why I'm swatching because I'm about to put it on my lips, but there's the shade. This reminds me a lot of the matte powder lipsticks, the Powder Kiss lipsticks. So if you've ever tried those, it's very matte, but it's also very silky smooth and easy to apply. But because it's very matte, y'all know I'm a broken record, but I'm a gloss girl. I tend to have very wrinkly lips. So not putting a gloss really accentuates those like lines and wrinkles if I just wear a matte lipstick. So I pulled out my Buxom full-on plumping lip cream in White Russian. This has been downstairs for ages, and so I don't ever think to use it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it upstairs and I'm going to shop my stash with it. So this is an oldie but a goodie. And it is a plumping lip gloss, but it's not an uncomfortable plumping lip gloss. Like it doesn't burn your lips. You can feel it, but it's not burning. I can take my hair down because I washed it last night. I can only say that once a week. So I thought I'd take my hair down. This is the finished look of shopping my stash. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will link everything down in the description box as always. Everything that you can get at least. I hope that you're able to get everything. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope that you are all staying sane and healthy and safe, but most of all that you all go out and have a very blessed day.